What are the common mistakes when selecting and using desiccant breathers? A classic way to install the desiccant breathers incorrectly is to not put them at the highest point. You can see it here. The breather is at an angle due to the limited space available. That has to be avoided, of course, also during operation. That is definitely not ideal. This is another example. The breather comes out of the side of the reservoir, with a line going diagonally upwards. There could be oil in this line, which would mean the device cannot actually breathe and consequently would not function. Yes, and there are a variety of other mistakes, in addition to the installation. That's right, Dominic. The worst case is, of course, to not use a desiccant air breather at all if I have an application that includes moisture in the air and the corresponding problems. Another issue is if the selected desiccant breather does not have the right size. We always have to check the oil volume that is extracted from the reservoir during the work process, during one work cycle. This corresponds to the air volume that has to be displaced, and I can use that to find the right size in the catalogue.
Dieses entspricht dem Luftvolumen, welches verdrängt werden muss, und hieraus kann ich aus dem Katalog die entsprechende Baugröße ableiten.
It also does not make much sense to have two openings on the same reservoir, one with a desiccant breather installed and the other one without. That would, of course, make the desiccant breather pointless. So I would have a desiccant breather on one side, and then maybe right next to it a regular breather, possibly a larger one. This would, in effect, act as a bypass for the desiccant breather and would basically invalidate the function of the desiccant breather. And then there is another classic. The desiccant material is saturated and has not been changed in time. Of course, that can't work. Or maybe the wrong desiccant was selected. Exactly. If the material becomes saturated too quickly, we recommend changing to the next bigger series or the next bigger size. That is, if I have enough space at the top and there are no restrictions. Or, for this application, we also have our new variant of the SDBL with a high-capacity adapter ring. An SDB, which is equipped with a stainless steel central tube as standard, can be combined with an SDBL here, and that gives us twice the drying capacity. The application for this is either that I need this drying volume, or this assembly can be used for starting up a system in order to eliminate the background moisture contamination from the system. During the further course of the application, it can then be changed back to just the standard SDB or the standard SDBL.
Im weiteren Verlauf der Verwendung kann es dann zurückgerüstet werden auf einen ganz normalen Standard SDB oder einen ganz normalen Standard SDBL.
What we also see from time to time is that the desiccant breathers are damaged by excessive or aggressive cleaning. Yes, that's right. We can see damage, for example, when a pressure washer is used too close to the system and the desiccant breather. Then, of course, we get a lot of moisture that is aspirated directly and can immediately saturate the breather due to the hygroscopic action of the desiccant. We also often see damage where the housing was cleaned with rags that contain solvents or oil. These can dull the material over time and cause tension cracks.
Dann können sich über die Zeit das Material ermatten bzw. es können sich Spannungsrisse bilden.